Hey folks, welcome back to Blinking White Dot. Thought complete. Fairweather T500. Hey, remember that weakness you were looking for in the ceramic armor? Like maybe it can only stop small, fast projectiles, but a large, slow-moving pry bar would be shatter it? Or if I run an electrical current through it, maybe it'll melt? Or, personal favorite, frequency something something radio weapon? None of that's gonna work. You need to shoot the part of the enemy that doesn't have Fairweather T500 on it, because the armor itself is invulnerable. Good news is, hey, so are the armor pieces on you. +2 hand-eye coordination against enemies in Fairweather T500 armor. I'm sure that will never become important. Alright, we have some things to do. Feld versus Tricentennial! I wish we could have witnessed that, Mikhail! Alright, I'm gonna stitch this back in because my phone is going nuts again. And I would like it not to. I'm just gonna turn the vibrator off and I will be right back. Okay, now, where were we? I need to lower this volume a little bit. But not too much. Okay. Now, where were we? We were doing things and or stuff. Were we supposed to notice that pipe? Were we supposed to walk amazingly slowly to it? I don't know. An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotting floors of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the Feld building? A building like this must have multiple doors, serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access. But I want to do the other thing. Am I going to miss out on an opportunity if I do this? What happens? Come closer and look in. Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe. Kim looks over your shoulder. What's in there? An ordinary drainage pipe. Darkness. Okay, what else? As your eyes adjust, you see some trash, crumpled up newspapers, cigarette butts. Someone has half-heartedly spray-painted skulls on the right side. And nothing. Broken glass from bottles thrown against the walls of the pipe. A syringe. Could we get through the Feld building through this pipe? Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without the risk to our health either. A grin flickers across his face. However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around. The lieutenant pushes aside the reeds and looks around. The lieutenant's face lights up. He doesn't usually notice these little things, and it's right here. A maintenance door. He points to a rusted metal double door to the right of the pipe, obscured by the reeds. It's jammed shut. The subtle approach isn't going to work on this one. Ha ha ha! That's great. Oh yeah, big boy time. This needs you to put your back into it. I mean, I could. But, I think I implied something else was going to happen. A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing. Yeah, that doesn't look very good at all. Assess the situation. The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded, and the peeling rust is razor sharp. In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above ground, and you're 190. I'm a giant. Okay, but still, the roof is collapsing. And the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder? Instead, astral projection. Be open-minded about this. Yeah, because falling from that height seems, well, splat. So don't do that. Just, So what if I don't climb? What if I just teleport? Teleportation is not a thing. Look, Kim, where's your adventurous spirit? This really has nothing to do with adventure. We are dealing with basic physics here. It won't hurt to try. Oh yes, it could hurt. A lot. He is restraining himself from using a parental tone with you right now. Look, teleportation is a thing. It just needs a little bit of concentration. Okay. Kim, what are you drinking? As I was saying, okay. Let's say teleportation is a thing. Wouldn't you need some kind of scientific apparatus to create a teleportation field? You can't just do it without an apparatus. What are they talking about? The kid behind you whispers, asking his father. Teleportation, Mikhail! It's generally thought impossible! Impossible. Impossible! Well, won't hurt to try. Alright. I saw Tiago climbing. That gives me more savoir-faire. But I have things that also give me more savoir-faire. And I also have something giving me minus savoir-faire. Savoir-faire is a... That's, we can't take the substance that gives us more of that. Honestly, though, we should be wearing gloves for this anyway. See if it gives us any boost for... Actually, the fallen gloves are probably going to be fine. Then again, they have that missing finger. Let's see if that helps at all. Good thing we're not wearing those. Ah, yes, of course those would help. Makes you cooler. Makes you more likely to succeed. 83%? On second thought, maybe teleportation isn't a thing. Why? Because you're just standing there, skeezing your buttocks, and nothing is happening. Don't say the stupid thing. The lieutenant looks at you with that, I know you're thinking the stupid thing, look, as you grow tired of clenching your buttocks and give up. I've actually never seen that checked fail before. I didn't know that's what it does. I might need that though. And I really wanted to do this. Alright, what's my thought cabinet look like? Oh, that's almost here. That's bad. I mean, it's not, but it is. That doesn't help us either way. That's kind of handy, but what else could I do? I still can't believe that that's a word. Yeah, that's an important thing to notice. When you're studying the precarious world, all red checks you attempt fail. Be careful with that, folks. Let's light it up. All you need to do is close your eyes and concentrate. Darkness enfolds you. You can feel the distance between the bench and the first rung of the ladder. All you need to is do it. It's like magic. You feel yourself disappear, your atoms fading out of existence.
Wow! Did you see that, Mikhail? That cop just teleported.
You find yourself on the roof, having mastered the art of physical displacement. Don't gloat. Just stand there like a Samaran master. You know, for the record. Sorry. You know, for the record, you didn't teleport there. You just climbed the ladder with your eyes closed. The wind at the top of the building starts howling loudly, blowing away the lieutenant's voice. Faintly, you hear, "Never mind. Find a way to let me in when you get inside. Don't go adventuring without backup, especially if we think the suspect may be hiding here." We made it. Okay. We made it. I don't know what to do now. Certainly no reason to be concerned. Where did I put our yellow pants? I have a general idea of some of the things ahead of us, but I don't know what they are going to do. I don't know what we need. I don't know, folks. Alright, hats specifically. Authority, encyclopedia, no. To logic. I don't think authority is going to help me. I don't think encyclopedia is either, though. Well, let's get this out of the way. Now, there are lots of things going on in here. The central support beam has been destroyed. DE_stroyed. By heavy artillery fire. Stones fall as you kick them. It's a long way down. What's that? The glass is covered with grime and dust. You can barely see out. Postcard. Martin Day 98. A faded picture postcard from the end of the last century shows Martinet, as was before the revolution. It's the height of summer. Rue de Saint-Ghislain is teeming with parasol-wielding bourgeoisie. And wild pines flags buttress the walkway. Nothing is written on the back. They do go back a ways, don't they? Probably for the best. So, what else might this area be for? Checks I can't pass. Obviously. That's a lot of things going on here. You should take out your flashlight. No reason. Holding the gun feels natural and satisfying. It's like an extension of your arm, the polished wooden handle almost fusing into your palm. I think my hand recognizes it. It reminds you of the day you first held it, with fear and respect, hoping you don't have to use it in vain. The sun was out in Jamra. It was so long ago. The pig iron's yours now, boss. You should blaze one right now to celebrate. And shoot some cans or chickens or something. Yeah, why aren't you smoking right now? I just did. This collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Antiquated office furniture. Last century, maybe? Brought down and forgotten. So long ago. Maybe I should have kept the sealed containers thing for just one more last stand, as it were. Two rusty metal plates that slide apart form a crude door. It's been here under the boardwalk for quite a while. Who's there? What do you mean, who's there? It's me, King. Stop playing around and help me get this door open. Okay. The doors seem to be on rails, but they've gotten jammed. You grab a side and put some strength into prying it open. With the help of your partner, the two metal panels slide open with a creak. Huh. I hope no one dangerous heard that. You ready? Yes. Time to investigate these passages. Let's move quiet and not make more sound. Not running is a great way to do that. Not running. Alright, episode artificially extended. This overturned table is covered in orange mildew, crawling with something. How do I not know? Old file folders in the cart? Documents silvery with mold. A series of thick, dusty panes of glass. This isn't just glass. These are old computation components. These are computer components? Yes. Filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass. Slides. With an inlaid nervous system. How'd they do that and why? The how was a closely guarded secret, something that was locked in safes and human heads across the river where they were manufactured. As to why, well, your fingers don't know. The why is easy, because they hadn't come up with modern-based silicone systems yet. For Vitreous cast filament memories, though, these seem incredibly advanced. I mean, we are in Feld Electrical. Hey, Kim, old cybernetics. So it is. He tilts his head, watching the light glimmer on the glass. I think these used to form a single system slotted in the wall. Could this be part of the failed playback experiment? No. These are old filament memories. I hope you're not expecting to find that device here. You will be disappointed. All you will find here is pain. So this is all that remains of failed R&D? The rest of the building seems to have been picked clean. Interesting. And you? I mean, I'll take it. But now I'm bummed that I threw the pants away. Muted brown suit jacket. Perfect for a day off at the a day at the office or an evening at a cafe. The red rose at the bottom of the left breast pocket is slowly wilting. It's a metaphor, Harry. Does it squirt water? +1 suggested. Rest for the occasion. Man, I could have used that not all that long ago. What was I wearing? Trench. Detective, are you alright? Yes? Why do you ask, Kim? In the beam of the flashlight, a crevice in the wall. Ooh, that's exciting. Because this is the first time I have ever seen you not run. Stale fabric smell. And dust. No one slept here in months. Maybe years. Revolutionary propaganda on the bunk bed. Ancient flyers and brochures. How about up here? The same slit window you saw from the outside. Oh, that bunker! Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot that killed the mercenary? This does look like an embrasure, a slit made for shooting out of. Peek out. Outside the window, the day is clear, and as mild as can be in early spring. Could the killer have used this as a hideout? It's a great place to hide, certainly, but there hasn't been anyone here in ages. I can't see the whirling. The shot didn't come from here. Indeed, no one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like thorough. The lieutenant's voice betrays a slight disappointment, which he glosses over by reasserting control. These pots and plates are full of dust and spider webs. A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man, amateuristically depicted, gazes at you with sad eyes. The plaque reads, Gay Maza. There's a spider web in the lower left corner of the portrait. Brush the dust off. Years' worth of dust is shaken off. A full head of hair, matched by an ample mustache and sideburns. Look a bit silly. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands sweep across the sand, grains sticking to the frayed skin of the fingertips. An old man sits on a slab of concrete and taps his fingers against the glass of a scope. You shudder. This must have been the hiding place of some leftists. Some radicals were hiding out here. They left a long time ago. How long? Half a century? This was probably part of the network of defense posts the communards built against the amphibious landing. I think the purpose of this bunker was to produce propaganda. It would have held radio equipment back then, but that's all been looted. What's with all these secret weapons caches and secret bunkers? We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of as history tends to linger in the rundown neighborhoods. Martinet being what it is, no one has gone through the trouble of cleaning out the old bunkers. A solid hiding place for someone who's up to no good. Yeah, maybe I should move in here. Seems cozy. I won't stand in your way, but only after we're through with the case. Could it be connected to the Mazov bust we found in the students' room? Unlikely, but millions of depictions of Mazov have been produced. They are not all connected. Besides, that looked like some student. The youths always go for this kind of stuff. I suppose you would have learned that. But could someone have stopped through here recently? You mean like Ruby? No. He looks at the dust. I think we've stumbled on a piece of history. Okay, let's go. Nothing else to say. But what's here? An Ushanka. Let's have a look at an Ushanka. Hey, and the game even knows to call it that. An Ushanka with the Mazovian logo. A pair of deer antlers on its silvery white front. Your ears feel cuddled and cared for by the state. What kind of fur is that anyway? This hat is so soft, so warm. It wraps around your head, and your mind tingles with all manner of socio-economic theory. This is an Ushanka, right? Kraz Mazov would have worn this Ushanka. Mazov knew where to cook those thoughts. That's why it bears a Mazovian logo. Glory to the revolution, comrade. Whether you like it or not, wearing this hat has made you more communist. And that I did that mostly because I regret not having kept the pants. I would have liked having more options. Playing Fashion Souls here. Detective, do you really plan to wear every article of clothing you come across? Not every. I didn't pick up Renee's uniform. Oh. That's all you got? Oh. Did I have the patrol cap on still? I guess I did. Sure! Alright, that's all I got here. Still not running. Shh, Kim. We are not certain that we are in safe ground, and there are footprints here that we are going to summarily ignore. There's something in the air, an unnatural buzzing. Tunnel collapsed.
Yes?
You'll have to find another way around. Okay. Boot prints in the sand. One of the souls appears more worn than the other. Kim, the odd soul. Are we sure we want to be holding the flashlight? The game told us to, but the game is sneaky like that. Will the game continue to let us walk without it? Don't know. Are you really planning on defending yourself with that thing? It's getting louder, that buzzing sound. You hear it, Kim? A little bit. There it is again, like a swarm of hornets buzzing under your scalp. A strange tingling you can almost smell. It's getting all synesthesia on us here. Lieutenant, do you feel something? No. What do you mean? A pain, a strange tingling. I don't feel it. But he looks ahead beyond the arch. We should still be careful. There were footprints back there, and I'm pretty sure they were fresh. Hold on, you really don't feel anything? No. But you're the sensitive one. It's not a quib. The situation is dangerous. I saw them too. Footprints. With the right sole worn smooth. Looks like our suspect. If she's in here, we need to plan our next step carefully. What do you mean? Once we detain a credible suspect, who knows what the Union and the Wild Finds will do. We will set into motion events we have no control over. You will upset the balance of power in Martinet. The deadlock between the company and the union will destabilize. I thought we already did that. This part of town is a fine clockwork puzzle. Disturb its peace and it will start breaking down uncontrollably. Keep calm. Go over the whole situation in detail. Okay, we know Everard's true intentions and his plan for Martinet. What more is there to do with the Union? I don't know. Little things? But you're right. We've gotten everything we can from the Union. We even opened that container. You've been very, very thorough here. Your fingers approved. And the game is telling us even to go back. Alright, we solved the strike deadlock by telling Joyce about the Union's plans. I still don't think that was a good idea, but yes, our affairs with the Wild Vines are in order, since she isn't in Martinet anymore. Someone's been a very busy boy. Good on you. We've checked the buoy with Classia's documents. I want to hear her take on why it was empty before we go. Okay, why not? Whatever goes down might also affect her. The Union is watching her closely now. Not closely enough, you suspect. But still, good idea to visit her once more. How bad do you think things could get? Well, we're not responsible for what we can't predict, are we? I don't think the entire city will be razed to the ground. He smiles in the dark. If you can't predict it, there's nothing you could have done. So what do you think is waiting for us there? I think I see a cabin. Maybe more cellars. I think we've been careful enough. We still have the element of surprise. I wouldn't be so sure. You haven't exactly been sneaking. Or maybe not. He puts his hand to his holster. Either way, once we go deeper, there will be no turning back. Which is true. Which is why we are turning back now instead. Look, if the game itself wants to tell me, hey, person making the decisions, this is a point of no return, and I'm even going to suggest some pathways to take, then I'm going to take them. I like being thorough. No, not that direction. That's right. You really are serious about this sneaking thing. As serious as I can be. About anything. As soon as we get out of here, you're taking off at a sprint, aren't you? No. I mean, so? It is good to know that some things do not change. Ah. Interesting. Okay, continue. And, oh, so that's where that is. Okay. Whee! Oh! Heck! Okay, good. For whatever reason. My voiceover settings have been low, but it looks like I haven't missed any. For whatever reason. And you! Anything new to say now that I've climbed up the building?
Isn't this a fine morning?
Bye. I knew it. I knew you were waiting to run. Oh, God damn it. Harry, do you ever slow down? Harry, I know you can hear me. God damn it. Ignoring me will not make this go away. I am too old for this shit, Harry. I have no idea how you keep this up. You realize that time under the building, that was one of 12 minutes that we have not been running since this case started. No wonder you didn't keep a partner. Alright, that's a low blow, Kim. You're right. I'm sorry. No, this is why I can't keep a partner.
Again, I can't believe this shit.
Still nothing. Fine. Excuse me. Yes, I thought about going through the blue door, and then I realized I was closer to this. Do. And she still smokes. In the rain.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
I just found your buoy. It was empty. Just seawater. Oh. Did you take the documents? No, of course not. As I said, it would have been too risky for me to use those documents anyway. My employer gave them to me. In truth, I should have destroyed them. She doesn't seem to be lying. She's genuinely spooked about their disappearance. Perhaps the people who are after you took it. They couldn't know where I put it. I'm absolutely sure I wasn't followed, and I've told no one but you. You mentioned seawater. I was worried I'd been too careless with the latch. The documents were probably... She waves her cigarette. Just washed away. Why do I feel like you've won here? I really don't know, sir. Takes a sip of her cold coffee. I certainly don't feel like I won. I feel like shit, sir. All the time. She smiles. A bitter little smile. She means it. But this turned out well for you, as well as it could have. You've slipped past all suspicions. Clearly I haven't. We're having this conversation, aren't we? How well could it have gone? I mean, she looks around. The snow falls on her shoulders, then melts in her light blonde hair, cold and soft. I'm stuck in Martinez, just like all of us. I've been up here for I don't know how long now. I like to call this my rooftop containment facility. What are you contained for, then? For my sins, of course. The long-standing sins of a bad, frivolous person. For destroying my first love. For working for bad people. The list goes on and on. Still, it turned out well enough for you. You managed not to become a suspect, did I? Why do I still feel suspicion hanging over me, then? What I managed was to get him killed. I'm the love that does people in, remember? Lieutenant looks away, over the railing. He feels uncomfortable with this conversation, and he does not know what to add. Something seems off about this thing with Ruby. I don't know what to say. It all seems fortuitous. For you. None of this is fortuitous for me. That's it, then. She nods. Slowly. Carefully, even. There is suddenly a strange glint in her eyes. Not malicious, but dangerous. I'm not calling her double woman. Do I have ant? Hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place. Yeah. I've contaminated it pretty bad. Is that why you're out here? Mm-hmm. The contamination spreads from room to room. First I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door. Oh my. What do you contaminate this to? The world? A squall of seagulls under the low-hanging sky. Distant machinery from the harbor. It's wide open. And cold. It's hard to contaminate such a wide open space. Even for me. At least I hope so. If I do, where will any of us go? What's the nature of this contamination? For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment as you have an industrial sad spill in there. She taps the roof with her heel. Something's bad in my head in the past. That's where it always comes from. Isn't it? From the head and from the past. Yeah, it's a feeling. White, filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere. Sounds like an advanced form of what I got, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top. Doesn't feel like love at all. Are you sure? Love is terror. She breathes in a large billow of menthol-infused smoke, savors it, then lets it out slowly. Sheer terror, panic and screaming. Sir, I ran the serial number on his boots. I know his name. She blows a long column of smoke and watches it disperse overhead. After a moment, she says, "Good for you." You don't want to know? Not really. Rolls of smoke leave her mouth with each word. Lely's good enough for me. All right, I'll respect that. Thank you. Yeah. There's not a lot else to do. I wish we would have gotten that flower. It's gonna be something I hope I remember to talk about later. Well, I think that's it for today. I think right now we make our way back to where we were. Surprise! Do I get more borscht?
The Coppernado is back.
For 12 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Dang. Alright, anything else left to do with this gremlin?
Fuck, does Kuno care?
He doesn't. I follow. I get it. Okay. Did we ever get toxicology report back? Guess not. I guess the only way we would have gotten that is if we had missed the bullet and the forensics had to do it for us. Or maybe I just did it so late that we haven't gotten it back yet. Because, we kind of pulled that down and sent it off to processing real late.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'll check my pockets. So long. I don't think I have any need for this anymore. You know what? We're doing it. Keeping that. Keeping that. I don't really have a reason to keep that, but I might. What's my current coinage look like? I'll wait and figure it out. I think I've got some time yet. Don't buy the lamp, folks. I'm pretty sure it exists just to mock us. All the boomboxes are there, except the one in your pocket. I guess we really have done everything here. It's not often that I feel like I really pulled all the content out of a game. But there's only a couple checks, really, that I've locked myself out of for good. Happened to be incredibly lucky in that regard. Yes, there are a couple that I did more than once. But I think I kept it all on camera, so I shouldn't have much that you don't know about. Other than when I corrupted a save and had to replay off-screen to get myself back to where I was. It's not a fun day. Oh, right. That's why. Actually, can I climb the ladder again? It's not going to let me, is it? I don't think it's highlightable ever again. Okay. And honestly, this timing works out for me because I need to make sure I have a full bottle of water on my desk before I start the next segment. Nope, stop, stop. Do not run. We've already been over this. Yeah, if only. Wait a second. Suddenly having second thoughts about my kit. Empathy? Or... So it's the trousers that are doing that, but the other trousers take away what? Reaction speed, and I feel like that's going to be worse. Several. Then again, both of them are pretty rad. Perception is terrifyingly high. If anything, I can afford to tank that. Which I could do. Could do. That's taking away a logic, but we're getting a logic back, therefore it's a net equal. Perception plus versus another empathy. I think the empathy is currently more important. but I don't know that for certain. That might be handy just for the volition, but the necktie is our constant companion. It wouldn't forgive us if we traded it out for some boring scarf, which we've done once, maybe twice. Alright, Kim. This is where we pause. We're ready for this.